Hey guys, how are you? So Spirit told me to come on and do something called a karma cleanse, okay? Now, as you guys know, I am a Reiki healer as well, okay? So there's something that's going on in the collective that Spirit is wanting us to realize and understand, okay? Um, this year that we are going into, okay, it's very, very important for spiritual beings. It is the year of illumination, okay? It is the year of ascension. You guys, you feel like you've been seeing the Chariot card a lot in your deck, and some of you guys have been drawn to look up what the card actually means, okay? But for the collective of chosen beings, you're being asked right now, okay? You guys saw how I did the other reading the other day, or maybe that was today. I don't know. I've been doing them so frequent. But you guys got the message that Spirit gave to you, where they delivered to you guys that you guys were unbalanced in your energy, okay? And so I feel like for a lot of you guys, the things that have gone on, 111, I know is always a purpose. The things that you have gone through, okay? We talked about this past life thing earlier this morning, and it's been on my mind. It's been on my spirit. Spiritual burp all day long. And Spirit said, okay, go out there, use your gifts, and, see if there are people that want to receive a karma cleanse. Now, another reason we've been seeing the Justice card in our tarot decks that's been coming up frequently, it's because Spirit is telling us that things that are going on right now are because we are needing to balance the scales, right? And as chosen beings, we believe in reincarnation. This is why we believe in life cycles. This is why we believe in transformation and rebirth. So there are some residual energies that we are being asked as we step into these new beginnings, this new era, this new world energy. Spirit is saying there are still some things that are heavy, that there are some baggages, there are some attachments, there are some ideologies that are still needing to be cleared out so that you can align. And I kept hearing before the end of the year. There's something here about, it's like come one, come all type energy. It's kind of like Spirit is saying, okay, there are many more of you out there that are kind of straddling the fence. And there's something here about this karmic debt that's very, very important. And see, when we don't clear the karmic debt, what we end up doing is attracting more of the same karmic situations. So we try to understand why we're going through the same situation, different people, the same, energy, different form. It's because there is something that is attracting that to us because we are still magnetically tied to it. You know what I mean? Christian, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Nothing.
You sitting?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm tired.
Okay. You can go lay down if you want. So yeah, that's what this live is about, okay? So if anybody is wanting to cut some cords, if anybody has been feeling like they need their energy purified, also what I can do in this live is Spirit was telling me that a lot of you guys are looking into, your birth chart, you're getting into numerology and things, and they were wanting me to tell you about something called a karmic debt number. And this is very, very crucial for you guys to know, okay? Just like your life path, just like your purpose. Your karmic debt number is, once you get to a point of your ascension, it's a number you need to know, because Spirit is going to have you tap into that number, take you to your past life, okay, and help you clear something from it. There's an attachment between your past life and your present reality. And so you got to see what that is, right? We have to see something to know what it is to remove it. So I was told to just get on here, give this message, and if anybody wants that clarity, that clearance, you can receive it. There's something here about this new year bringing in new change, bringing in new abundance. And yes, that abundance, a lot of that is money. But at the same time, 444, there is a protection around these individuals that I am calling to receive this cleanse, because we got to understand abundancy is an energy. Abundance, did I say abundancy? Abundance is a frequency. Okay. And I'm sorry to say, not everyone is in the energy to attract the abundance they are seeking. And so this is why Spirit is calling me to give this, because I feel like some of you guys who you have these things you want to do, but there's attachments. And this isn't anything that takes any magic, any candles. This is a Reiki cleanse, okay? And it's going to help you clear out the karmic debts that you guys have right now. Whatever is keeping you stuck in a space, a mind, even on your spiritual path. See, sometimes we get to a point on our spiritual path where we have come to a place where 555, it's our plateau. We get a spiritual plateau. It's kind of like weight loss, right? When we're losing weight, we get to a point where we can't lose anymore. Same thing on our spiritual journey. We get to a place where we can't grow anymore. And it's not that we can't grow anymore. It's just that we need to remove a shackle. We need to remove a stronghold. And I feel like 616, this is what's coming in for the collective. There's this balance that it's coming through. When I see 616, I see 13. That makes me think of transformation, okay? So there's a lot of endings going here. But for the ultimate rebuild is what I'm hearing. And I remember when I first did this was the first thing I did when I got into my spiritual path almost 4 years ago, was a karmic cleanse. And I really went through past lives to see the karmic debt that was owed, why it was owed, what I did to accrue it, things like that, so I could clear it out. Because once you guys are getting to this next level of your journey, Spirit is saying you are going to need to be lighter. You are going to need to be freer, because Spirit is going to need to place you in different positions, okay? So this is also a spiritual call. This is also that energy we keep seeing in the collective of judgment, where there are many of us who have gone down the wrong path. There are many of us who have made, decisions, that maybe we wish we wouldn't have made. 717, some of y'all have been seeing that as well. If so, this message is for you. But this is kind of like a overall forgiveness, okay, for yourself. And this is also for any of you guys who have been going through this energy of praying, and I'm hearing repentance. This is also kind of like a baptism in the Spirit, meaning Spirit is calling you to answer the call of your soul. And I feel like a lot of you guys, your souls are wanting to expand, right? Your mind is in a space where you're like, damn, I just wish I could. But Spirit's like, you can, and there's something that's stopping you from seeing that. Okay, and Spirit is saying it's time to get rebalanced and realigned. So we're going to read about this karmic cleanse, okay? Let's see. So it's to help us align with the 5D consciousness, okay? Because here's the thing, too. A lot of the things that a lot of healers were doing in the past, okay, they're not going to be in spaces to do it in the future. And this is why Spirit is saying, okay, we're not going back there to do the healing, to do the chakra stuff, to do, the dark night of the soul stuff, the shadow stuff. We've already done that. This is what Spirit is calling an overall purge of our vessels to align with a higher 838 source. Because the way the world is going and shifting, it just has to go that way. And this is kind of like an alignment and an attunement with how the actual reality is going to be moving. You understand? So it's kind of one of those things where Spirit's like, okay, you guys need to take advantage of the opportunities to shift your reality, because who knows when the opportunity may show itself again, where you are able to get the necessary tools and wisdom, 9/11, spiritual insight that you need to progress on your path. The journey changes for us. And those of us who are teachers, those of us who are healers, we have certain time to do certain things in the collective, and Spirit needs us in other places. So even if no one gets this service from me tonight right here, I know that over on my Facebook, I'll get a lot of people, or someone will email me. Anyone that reaches out, I will gladly give this service to. I am a healer, and I understand the call for people to ascend to a higher vibration. I don't like that energy of people feeling left behind or people feeling lack. This is something that for me is very deep. It's very inclusive. It brings healing on a grand scale. to many people that feel like they didn't deserve it or feel like they weren't warranted it, or, this is also a time for a lot of those karmic individuals, 1010, to make a choice, judgment, and say, okay, you know what? Let me stop attacking those chosen beings and let me try to change my life. Let me see if I can do the same thing that I did with the doc with the light. Let me see if I can, remove all of that past life debt and hardship and negativity and darkness and, finally see things from a higher perspective. Maybe I don't believe in the whole God aspect, but maybe I can believe that there is something higher. This is all about everyone who feels called to take a risk on themselves, to see something, to realize you're part of a bigger plan here. And this message won't resonate for everyone. It will resonate for those who need it, those who feel within their spirit that, this crazy. You see what this says? Okay. Someone needs to know they're going to be ready. Okay. So that call is what we're talking about, 1111. Okay. So for many chosen beings, there is a cord of attachment to something from previous lifetime or lifetimes. Clearing this energetically frees up your aura to attract better experiences. Okay. Not doing this keeps karmic issues resurfacing in our lives. You can also find out your karmic debt number, okay? So the message that I got channeled was, in preparation for the further ascension and illumination on the path, beings are being asked to make a choice, okay? That calling energy, judgment energy, okay? The choice to ascend is up to you. The spirit realm is giving people the option to change the course of their lives. In the upcoming year, all beings who have chosen, now, if you choose, that means you were chosen to do so. So yes, you are chosen, okay? Now, in the upcoming year, all beings who have chosen to ascend by clearing karmic debt will be given a portion of their spiritual inheritance that has been withheld from them. This inheritance is released once you clear the debt owed, okay? The choices we have made in the past are directly affecting the choices that we have made in the past are directly affecting us currently, okay? That's collectively. There is a calling over many people's lives. The abundance is a frequency to ascend to. 7 talks about spiritual illumination, ascension, and growth, okay? That's what this year is holding. Karmic debt numbers, okay? So for you guys out there, some of you guys, if you've been looking up into your karmic debt, all right, we're going to get into this, okay? And I'm going to tell you a little bit about this. There's karmic debt numbers, okay? And these go by life path, whatever. If you know, you know. If you don't, I'm going to give you some information right now. So there's karmic debt numbers, okay? And everyone has a specific one, okay? What yours is depends on your life path number, your north node. There's many things that tie into your karmic debt number, but these are the ones that they go by spiritually, okay? Karmic debt numbers. Number 13, as we know in tarot, is the death card, which talks about transformation, endings, okay? So people who have the karmic debt number 13, you have to, in this lifetime, okay, you have to work hard to strive for success. But what you need to do is, you feel like, okay, for you, number 13s who have this karmic debt number 13, maybe you didn't know, maybe you're learning now. You are the people that have to work hard for everything you have. You are the people that feel like you never have enough. You are the people that are the overachievers. You are the people that feel like you got to work. You are the people that feel like you could never get a break. You are the people that feel like you have to do everything for everyone. Number 13s, okay? In this lifetime, you're being asked to focus on what you like and stay with it. Now, with you having to work so hard for the success, this was something that you had to do in a past life. You had to overachieve to get success, right? You had to pretty much work till you died to get success, to have some form of stability. And this life, Spirit is saying you got to work smarter, not harder. You got to focus on what you like and stay with it, because as you do so, you will find more to do that you love. You understand? For number 13s, those with a karmic debt number of 13, your curse to break, okay, is thinking that you have to work until you die. thinking that you can't be successful, thinking that, there's something that's going to come in the way between the level of success you want to have and deserve to have. That is the debt that you guys are needing to understand needs to be removed. I feel like number 13, you're very work detail oriented. So Spirit is saying to you to break this curse. Are you feeling like you'll never be successful? You'll never get where you want to be. You need to know, focus on what you like, focus on what you love, stay with it. Be consistent. You are the type of person, like I said, that gets swayed because it takes too long for things to happen. You want things to happen so fast and you feel like you put so much into it, so you should have results. But this is the karmic debt for you. Consistent effort is necessary for you. How do you break this? I was going to say curse, but damn. How do you break this and do away with this karmic debt? How do you repay this debt? The way you repay this debt, number 13, is transform the way you see success. Transform what success is to you. Transform your route to success. Transform the way you view success should look like to you. Okay? That's for the number 13s. For number 14s, symbolizes the misuse of freedom in previous lifetimes given to human beings. Okay, so those of you guys who have a karmic debt number in this lifetime of 14, okay, in some way or another, in a previous lifetime, you misused your freedom. Yeah, you misused your freedom, okay? Now, with that being said, 14 breaks down. It makes me think of the Hierophant. It also makes me think of spirituality, the angels, right? Your spiritual guidance and illumination. For you guys, I feel like in this karmic debt number 14, what the karmic debt that's needing to be repaid in this lifetime is you realizing that you are an earth angel. You have free will, right? Understand this. If you have it, so do others. So whereas in a previous lifetime, you may have had certain levels of power and you abused your authority with that power in some way, shape, form, or fashion. This lifetime, you are receiving the karma from abusing freedom in the past, whatever that means for you. I don't know you, you don't know me, however this resonates for you. We are here now. You can't be held accountable for your past life transgressions. We're here to fix them. We're here to heal them. No one's perfect. We know we come from slavery and all of the types of stuff. So this ain't nothing new. No one should take offense to this. We're tapping into history here as we clear it out as well. How many people were supposedly free, Black people supposedly free, but still slaves? It's still going on right now. In the mind, people are still enslaved. So understand, in previous lifetimes, this abuse of power was a big thing. So in this lifetime, you guys are understanding what balance actually is. Balancing out your power, how you use it, how you wield it, how you hold back with it, what you do with it. You guys are normally the earth angels, okay, that have a karmic debt number 14. Because you had powers, you had all these things in the past life, but maybe you didn't have the proper knowledge. Now you have all of this power, all this divinity, and you have the knowledge, you have the wisdom. So now you're being tasked with, okay, your spiritual debt, number 14, is to go out there and be the best earth angel you can be. Use your power effectively to help spread change, to help do the right thing. Understand? Change is a constant for you. Change is a constant for you, number 14s. Many times, number 14s have had instances of addiction, okay? Very schedule and disciplined people, number 14s. So those with the karmic debt number 14, in this lifetime, you have to let loose. You have to let loose. You have to do things that are going to make you happy, because if not, you will fall into addictions. Now, addictions aren't always drugs. Addictions can be anything that's toxic for us, right? You have the tendency, number 14s, to fall into addictions when things are not going your way. And Spirit is saying, number 14s, this lifetime, the karmic debt to be repaid is you realize and understand your divinity, who you are, what's healthy for your vessel, right? You change yourself. You cleaned yourself up with the divine. And now you harness your innate power and use it the right way in the world, okay? Number 16, your karmic debt okay, may have the opportunity to gain spiritual wisdom. For number 16s, right? Okay, number 7, right? So some of you out there might have a life path number 7 if you have a karmic debt number of 16. I'm just saying, okay? But 7 is the chariot energy. 7 is the year we're talking about. This is why this is all necessary. This is what people don't want you to know, that there are certain people who are supposed to transform, right? There are certain people who are actually, it's like a clock in the divine realm where it's like tick, 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 tick tock energy. It's where it's like, we know the day is coming. We know the day and the time this person's going to get this vision, this illumination. They don't know, but we know. It's all planned out. Number 16, you guys are definitely going to be put in situations where, in this lifetime, you've been put in situations where you have had to go through many spiritual situations. You've been forced to gain lots of spiritual insight, wisdom, and knowledge. You have been forced, many of you are twins. Many of you are high-level soulmates. You came into this reality, this lifetime, to gain as much spiritual insight as possible, to transform as many times as necessary. A lot of you guys, number 16s, you again were another group that had karmic debts because you didn't like change. 2112, you did not like change, and with the change of the times, that created a mindset that kept you stuck to old paradigms. So there's something here with number 16s, that karmic debt for you that you need to clear out, is not allowing yourself to spiritually ascend. In this lifetime, you're called, you're meant, and you're chosen to ascend. Maybe in previous lifetimes, you were called and chosen to ascend, but maybe you started to and you veered off the path. Maybe you're waking up to your spiritual side, your spiritual essence in this lifetime, and you're being called to keep going with it. You know, maybe you're having tower after tower after tower. Yeah, the number 16. But you're being called to have these eye-opening experiences over and over again to push you into your highest level of ascension. There's a reason for you having this number, okay? And so for you, destruction of the old will happen over and over again so new can be built, number 16s. Okay, you will go through many endings, but all of these endings are meant to bring you to your blissful life. So karmic debts, number 16, you guys go through a lot of the harshest of situations. A lot of you guys in this lifetime now present itself as, having run-ins with the law, having different, instances of, you see what I'm saying? It's because for a lot of you guys, you had options in your reality that you maybe, it's an intuitional thing for number 16s here. Because I feel like you being in this group that was chosen to ascend and awaken and have illumination, there's always a choice with that. And I feel like sometimes your 3D reality would show you things, but you didn't trust it. So you would go the opposite way than what your intuition was telling you. So for you 16s, I feel like that what you need to learn in this lifetime with removing this karmic debt is realizing that you have a gift, all right? You have an innate compass that will tell you how to avoid rise above situations if you listen to it. And for you, you're going to constantly be placed in situations, those of you that have a karmic debt number 16, to ascend beyond your own understanding. And now, whether or not you choose to ascend beyond your own understanding is on you. But if you don't, then you will be met with 3D situations that are going to constantly make you be like, damn, I knew this was going to happen. I should have just listened to myself. And you'll have to continuously go through these situations, okay? So that's the debt for you guys to clear, is to realize that you are spiritual beings, number 16, and everything in your world, your reality is meant to mirror back to you that is who you are, okay? You live in the 3D, but you are not a 3D being. And for you, number 16s, that's what you need to know to clear that karmic debt so that you can ascend, okay? Those of you with the karmic debt number 19, you guys are you're very self-dependent and self-reliant. You like to be on your own. And now for you guys, as we know, spirituality talks about, wholeness and inclusion and adversity and diversity and culture and the melting pot. So for you guys, okay, maybe in your previous lifetime, you just found that it was best to be by yourself for you to get things done. But in this lifetime, your task, okay, for those of you guys that have a karmic debt number 19, is to allow other people in. You guys are also the people that will go to people for advice, but you'll be like, yeah, okay, whatever. You think that your way is the best way, the only way. You're not really open to learning new material. You'll hear it, but you're still, I don't know. It's necessary for you to be more flexible and allow others to help you. Wholeness, not separation. For you guys, I'm getting the hermit energy too. I feel like I might be talking to some Virgos out there. You guys are very comfortable in your solitude. You're very comfortable being alone. In this lifetime, you might be feeling like, damn, I don't like this no more. You're being called to step outside your comfort zone. Those of you guys who have a karmic debt number of 19, okay, your ancestors are saying to you, it is okay to come out of your shell. It's okay to come out that, the cave, whatever that means for you. Some of you guys literally have been inside way too long. So those of you with the karmic debt number 19, you need to allow people to help you. And I feel like this is something too that's very big, because being in spiritual alignment, we talk about spirit sending us situations and people that are going to help us along our path. And it's on us to see those people for who spirit says they are and sends them to us for the reason. This is how we don't miss our blessings. If you are someone who has a karmic debt number of 19, then you necessarily are not seeing the blessings and the helping hands that the Most High and the Divine is sending you, because you want to do things your own way. You want to do them by yourself. And I'm not saying that's not wrong, but at the same time, the energy that we're going into promotes togetherness, promotes networking, promotes healthy creativity amongst individuals. It promotes collective. It promotes family and community. So for a lot of you guys who are starting to want these new things, now you got to change some of the ways that you were doing things, some of the ways you were living. You need to understand the ties. Now, the reason I gave you these numbers is that you guys can sit here, go back, listen to this if you have to. It'll be broken down for you. And it's going to give you an understanding of where you are right now, where you came from, and how you can clear that to get where you're going. It's kind of like hold on, I got to backtrack for a second so that I can go forward. And this is the last time you guys are going to have to go back there. This is just something that needs to happen, because as you guys ascend, like I said, you need to get lighter. And we can't be light if we got debts, right? And so this is the spiritual debt for y'all that needs to be cleansed. And you'll know. If you know your, the cycle is done. Cycle in reverse. Because I'm hearing Dharma. Dharma is what happens. Yeah, your ancestors is talking. Dharma is what we get once we clear the karma, right? Now, karma is not always bad. Karma is good or bad. We get what we get depending on what we put out. But this is why we have to understand what we put out. We know what we do right now in our reality today. But a lot of times we don't know what we did in our past life. And you've heard people say, I must have been a bad person in my previous life. I must have did this in my past life. You got to clear that. I'm not saying you did, but you got to take action on something. Something got to change. Something has to change. And it starts with us. It starts with the individual being. It starts with tapping into who we truly are at our soul and our core, and making ourselves happy and doing that inner work. All right, what else? Y'all need to trust these messages that you're receiving. You're receiving some ancient wisdom right now, okay? And a lot of y'all are blessed to receive it. You need to know that. It's what's healing you. If y'all really understood the knowledge you received, how much it has literally saved you from situations. It's what people don't realize about the healers out here, the messages that they give. They're very powerful. Okay. They're very powerful. This is a message from the divine, as I said. And they're asking y'all to trust yourselves to clear the path. To let it go. There's an overall release in the spiritual collective that a lot of you may be feeling. Y'all are hearing all the readers saying releasing, clearing, purging. It's happening. But as we always say, the real will rise. And there is a true call in the spiritual community for these individuals to do just exactly what Spirit is calling them to do. And I believe and trust that the people that Spirit is calling on, they'll do what they're being asked to do. How often do we get asked? Do we get a call from the divine saying, you said you wanted some abundance. You said you wanted some blessings. You ready for them? If so, this is all you got to do. You see that, right? You see that, right? As I'm trying to give the message, I peeked the scene. All right, positive energy. Transmute all negative energy into positive energy that we can use for our highest good. And as I say it, so shall it be. We're removing conflict from our energy, okay? That's what we're doing right now. We're removing all conflict from our energy. Because we know that as we do that, we come into balance. As within, so without. A lot of y'all, this new beginning is here. You need to take action. It's time to take action. You guys are receiving healing. You're receiving healing right now. If you're watching this video, if you're watching this live, you are receiving healing. The healing is here. It's here. I just heard healing of your past life. Meditation, some of you guys need to meditate. Yeah. What I'm getting with this energy is your visions, your dreams are becoming reality. Somebody out here is going to do a cleanse. Somebody out here is going to do a cleanse. It's funny that. Citrine, right? Somebody out here is going to do a cleanse. And you're going to see instant results. That's what I just heard. You're going to see instant results. You're going to see instant results. This is the card of choice. Choosing success. Choosing peace. Choosing forgiveness. Choosing patience when you prayed out and said, damn, God, just give me one more chance. Damn, let me just make it right. If I had one more chance to do the right thing, if I could change anything, you had to have the patience for that, right? Most High said, lean not on your own understanding, correct? He said, I'm sending you angels to assist you, correct? Spiritual awakening is what you're going through. I said you guys need to be flexible, correct? We're on divine time. Source is always going to come through for those that need source. You guys, like I said earlier, you're going through a rite of passage right now, an initiation, healing, on a degree it's never been done before. And your ancestors are so proud of you. Your ancestors are so proud of you. Some of you out there, you're very, very fertile. Your ancestors are protecting that. Don't worry about your womb, is what I heard. Peace is the motive. Ancestors, you're being asked to heal because you're a healer. And you're needed. Only you have the medicine that people need. Whatever that medicine is, you're the one that has it. You're the one to give it. Who's that?
I just want to turn the lights off so I can watch the video.
No, that's okay. You can leave it alone. Go have a seat because it's time for bed. It is time for bed. coming. It's time for y'all to align with it. The magic ain't gonna do it no more. The magic ain't doing it no more. It's time to actually do the work. It's time to do the work now. Now people are gonna be forced to do the work, is what I heard. It's gonna be time to clear it out. How much y'all want this joy? Your ancestors are asking, how much do y'all want this joy? How much have y'all learned and are willing to come out the shadow? Are you ready to listen to your dreams and the visions that we're giving you, knowing, not hoping, knowing that you'll be successful this time around? Expanded awareness. Continue to grow. Continue to expand. Acceptance is here. I knew I was going to see this. Acceptance comes. Your life purpose comes. Your life purpose becomes available to you when you accept that you must forgive and let go. What I'm communicating to you as a healer is something I've lived through, grown through, and experienced. That even in transformation, even when there's nothing left, there's always something new to be born. And if we can accept, right, different types of information along our path and our journeys, it just might open us up to something bigger and greater than we could have ever imagined. No one's perfect here. We're all perfectly imperfect, but the divine loves it that way. This will never stop. Once you take action on the journey of healing, it never stops. There's so much to learn. There's so much to unpack. There's so much to see. But you got to trust that. Trust what you see. I'm out. It's my twin.